Thank you everyone for joining us. What we wanted to do tonight is to make it really simple to switch our energy away from coal-fired electricity through to a company that's very responsible and does not contribute to the climate crisis. And I'll introduce you to Tony Sennett from Diamond Energy in a moment. I just wanted to do a super quick 3 slides, I promise. That's all it is. Just reinforcing why we're doing this and why it's so important to not fund AGL. So the idea is to make the switch, to save some carbon, money, and the planet all at once. The reason we're doing this is because AGL is Australia's largest polluter with 8% of all of our nation's emissions. Their emissions are actually double that of the second biggest corporate emitter. As you can see with Energy Australia in second place, AGL emits the largest amount by far of carbon into our atmosphere and is contributing to global warming. As consumers, we are actually funding them to burn up our planet. We want energy, and they provide it, and they dig up coal, so we keep paying, and their shareholders are happy. Meanwhile, the globe is heating up, and it's creating storm surges, fires, and floods, and a very high risk of ecological collapse. So for consumers, doing a simple thing like changing your power source will have the biggest impact. That is 56% on average. So as you can see in the graph over there, energy is contributing that huge amount of 56%, and then transport, agriculture, and other electrical devices and waste. So we think it's really important for people to tackle energy and where they are sourcing it from. And that's why we're here tonight. So we have Tony Sennett here, who's the Executive Chairman of Diamond Energy, and he has specialist skills in electricity and engineering and over 33 years of professional experience in global oil, gas, chemicals, and electricity markets.
Nice to meet you, Jolene, and thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Tony. So Tony, when did Diamond Energy get involved in supplying renewable energy?
Well, the journey has actually been a long one. We started in 2004. As you mentioned, I used to work for the dark side of the world. I crossed over back in 2004 and thought we'd start by building our own generation assets. And then we became a national retailer, and we've continued to build and support renewable generation, since for almost 20 years now.
That's amazing. I don't think I knew about renewable energy 20 years ago. What are some benefits that you see for the customers and for the planet of switching to Diamond Energy?
Yeah, what we do is we measure our emissions, and we're part of a thing called the SBTI, which is the United Nations measurement, and we do it annually. But we measure our emission level, our emission rate, and we obviously do not purchase anything from fossil fuels. We only support solar, wind, biogas assets, and our net emissions are, well, we think we're beyond carbon neutral, so we actually have a negative impact. So the more we generate and more our customers consume, the more that we actually save, and we actually have a negative carbon dioxide emission level, which is much better than people like, as you mentioned, AGL, that are running pretty close to a ton of carbon dioxide per megawatt hour. Yeah,
crazy. And for those people who are still on the fence and have questions about reliability, how often do you have power outages in Sydney?
One of the great things about the electricity market is that the poles and wires companies, Essential and Endeavour, are the guys that are in charge of making sure the power gets to your house. We make sure that the power goes into the grid, okay? And we never say that, a particular electron or a wave of energy that we put into the grid is actually going to be into your house. What we do say is we produce currently about 4 or 5 times as much energy into the grid than all our customers consume. And so from that perspective, we know we're having a positive impact, but we're not in charge of actually making sure the supply occurs.
Let's talk about customer satisfaction. I want to know about the churn. How many people are leaving Diamond Energy versus how many people are joining?
Well, we have really low churn, and we've been growing at a constant base. We don't do the big end marketing. We don't do the suck-in campaigns. And we don't do that because we like our customers to stay. And we offer incentives for people to refer other customers. And that's how we continue to grow. We grow kind of what some would say the old-fashioned way, which is offer good service and a good product at a good price. And that's what we do. And we've got tens of thousands of customers right across the country. We got ranked, equal #1, as we like to put it, in the Green Electricity Guide that came out. And we just do it kind of in a nice, organic way, rather than kind of, all the incentives, such as free movie tickets that some people offer.
Wow. Well, that is such an old-fashioned way of marketing, but it's effective, right? If you're good at what you do, you don't need to be shouting out about it.
Well, you don't need to if you can give people pricing that is, lower or equal to the AGLs of the world, and you give them incentives to bring more people. We have a program called the Thrive campaign, and the Thrive campaign gives customers, if you recommended somebody, you get a 2% discount for as long as that customer stays with Diamond. And the customer that was recommended gets, $35. And so we can build a really good, sustainable base of quality customers. And we offer that on an ongoing basis. There's no, 12-month massive discount, and then they, ramp the prices on you after that.
Good. It's so nice to have someone that's authentic. And for those of us who have solar panels, how does the feed-in rate compare to AGL?
We've always offered the highest feed-in rate. So we offer the same feed-in rate to all our solar customers across the country, which is currently 7 cents. I think in New South Wales, AGL is about 5 or 5.2 cents. Now, I will say, just like you were talking before, AGL do offer an incentive for 1 year, but of course, that incentive comes with the fact you pay higher prices. So apart from AGL's, little incentive, their ongoing rate, which is what we like to compete with because that's what we're all here to do, is significantly better.
Okay, so for anyone who is very comfortable with those answers and does not want to contribute to the climate crisis and who wants to reduce their carbon emissions by 56%, then please go and grab your electricity bill and log on yourself to diamondenergy.com.au.
Yeah. If you've got our screen up, all you have to go to is electricity rates and offers, or you can scroll down and look through some of our history. We've got a few powerful tips, which talks about some of the things you need to understand. Watch out for short-term discounts, for example, Jolene. And at the bottom, all you have to do is put in your postcode. Let's try 2107, and it will automatically bring up your kind of what we call the standard DMO rate. And you'll notice there for 2107, we offer a current rate is 6% below the reference price. And there's a further discount for when you pay on time, and a further discount when you have a direct debit. Now, these are ongoing discounts. These are not 1 year only. They do change occasionally, but we've had this discount in place, I think, for the last 5 or 6 years. And if you click on the Join Us Now button, that will then take you through to, make the switch. And it's very easy to kind of go through the 3 simple steps to do that. It's, a residential customer. It's join us at your current address. Let's say you were living at Solar Road.
If people have their NMI, it's not mandatory, but you can pop that in there.
You can pop the NMI in, and then press continue. That will then bring you up to the next page.
Beautiful. So all of your personal details, so is it pretty obvious?
Pretty obvious. And simply just put in your email address, your driver's license as all the identification that we need. Okay. And flick through that, click on continue. I've pre-filled this out. If you have any government or supply concession, if you have any life support equipment, this is very important for us to know. If you are referred by an existing customer, you can give us the details of your customer, okay, or your organisation. And again, that will put you into the Thrive process where you get $35 and a 2% discount. More customers you refer, clearly the bigger that discount can get over a period of time. And if you're interested in green power, click on that button.
So what's the difference between green power and not?
Green power is a program run by the New South Wales government effectively, where you pay approximately extra 5 cents a kilowatt hour to buy a accredited LGC, which comes with so basically it means you're investing in or owning or supporting the capital on a new solar farm. Okay. We support green power because we do like building new solar farms. Yeah. We also understand that if you're buying from Diamond, a company that produces a lot more renewable energy than all our customers consume, then you're already doing your bit for supporting renewable energy. But okay. If you want to go to the next level, yeah, and some of our larger corporates do, for example, you can click on green power. That definitely does cost you a little bit more. If you've got any other comments that you'd like to make, you can insert that there. Callback number, please call within certain times. Yep. And then literally just by clicking on the submit button and completing the code, in this case.
Oh, that's always the longest part for me.
Which one? Clicking on the code?
When you have to click on all the fire hydrants until they disappear, you're like,
exactly. Well, this one's a little bit easier. It's just a simple text, but it does confuse the robots out there. Yeah, and then just hit submit, and the rest of the process will all happen automatically. You'll receive an email, you'll receive a welcome pack, and then you'll be part of the Diamond Energy community.
Okay, so the welcome pack, tell me, is it wrapped in plastic and shipped from a long distance?
No, everything is done electronically, I'm sorry to say. But it is nicely coloured in green, and it does get you into a renewable energy electricity supplier. So.
Okay, that's fantastic. So if you just show me from the homepage again.
Sure.
What button people will go to
so
if they want to sign up?
Just on the homepage, you've got a choice. You can either go to our rates and offers, or if you want to, you can click down, look at some of the details about our customer, our app, our support for communities. And then down here, you'll see the Join Us Now button.
We have a very simple solution there. Just log on to diamondenergy.com.au and click on electricity and make the switch for good. Thanks so much tonight, Tony. We really appreciate it.
If you have any other questions, you can just click on the main page and there's a chat now button, and some of the customer service staff here will gladly have a discussion with you.
Excellent.
Great.
So there you have it. Thank you so much, Tony, for showing us how easy it is to switch over to a renewable energy supplier. And I really urge you to jump online to diamondenergy.com.au and make the switch for good. It really will reduce the amount of carbon that's being output. And if you know anyone else who is already with Diamond Energy, you're getting them a 2% discount for the life of their relationship with the renewable power company. And you're all saving the planet. So please forward this video to as many people as you can. And thank you again for helping to save 56% of your emissions. It means the world.